Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air. Here's Goff. And his first pass is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Dalton sets up play action. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Play action here with Dalton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. They'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Dalton operating in the red zone now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now he's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll get this out to Kamara. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Dalton's going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play fake. Here's Dalton. This will be incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific Terrific field position. On the handoff, this is Swift. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now it's gone. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 2. Now it's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is gone. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Smith with a grab. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now, Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. Dalton sets up play action. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And it'll be Dalton again. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we've reached the Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st and 10 from Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On second down, Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now to throw. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Lots to try to add the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down. Goff. And Shark calls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Goff linking up with Shark for a Lions first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
It's a nice completion, a little run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there throwing to Troy. 45 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Swift is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they...
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Goff looking to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
As we've prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. Out to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Play action here with Dalton. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Thomas brings it in. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Just sneak it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of the team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score while time remains.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by a field goal. A little under 50 seconds to go. And no other way to say it. They have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late. Now Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's second down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now it's gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Working with his 2nd and 4. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break.